Hello, I am Speed Demon TS10, or again in the trains world, I am the original Speed Demon. And in this video, I'm going to be answering the questions that were left on my catching up on the Q&A video. And before we actually get started, I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. Yes, I am aware that the K&L Trains has released the Eagle River Railway steam locomotive for the route from Jointed Rail. And it's at this moment right now, I do not have the locomotive yet. And well, I'll get to the details a little later. But alright, so I'm going to answer a couple of most common questions. One question was, what is my favorite steam locomotive, and what is my favorite K&L Trains content? And the answer to both questions would probably be her. Norfolk and Western's Class J, number 611. She is my favorite steam locomotive. Or in real life, I would... if I couldn't own any steam locomotive in real life, it definitely would be 611. And as far as my favorite K&L Trains content, it was really hard to... It's really hard because each and every locomotive K&L Trains makes or creates, it feels like driving the real thing. But that would have to go with the as far as favorite K&L content will be 611, because 611 is my favorite steam locomotive. And I hope to one day to at least get to ride behind her under steam, but thanks to K&L Trains, I could run her or any of her sisters anytime I want to. So, okay. And there's another repeated question. How do you use the secondary whistle on the locomotive? So for example, 765. So we go here, go to settings, and we go to control settings, and wow, the Service Pack 3 updates really... I gotta find it. No. Here it is. This is the setting you want to look for in your trains. Second whistle / horn. For me, I set it up to Alt H, but you can have it assigned as any key function you want. So that's how you blow the secondaries, like on 765, 2102. 3254. Southern Pacific's 745. And these are a few engines that have the have that feature. Okay, so moving on to questions. Few questions from Iron Horse Production. First question was, what inspired me be on YouTube? Um, hmm, hmm. I I don't know. I guess I first got into YouTube when I did a couple animation shorts I created for cartoon character I made. But then when I found out a way how I can record record gameplay, I just started uploading some videos of me and my friends of what adventures we had on what game we were playing. And then when I made my first recording of trains videos with K&L Train 611, I was in for a mind blown because I couldn't believe the amount of views and likes I was getting on each of these trains videos. It was just absolutely mind blowing. So, and then the next question from Iron Horse is, what kind of music do I like? I like real rock and roll, and I'm talking about the real rock and roll that was from the 60s, 70s, and throughout the 80s. So, I'm pretty much a classic rocker, and if you want, here's a little listing of bands and artists I listen to. And there's also, I'll have also a little playlist of a sample of the kind of music I like. So, then the final question would be, do I like NASCAR? Or final question from Iron Horse, I'm sorry. I I did it. Yeah. I enjoy NASCAR. I mean, my favorite NASCAR driver was Kyle Petty in the 44 Hot Wheels car, which explains this photo. So yeah, the 44 was a reference to my favorite NASCAR driver, Kyle Petty. And I really haven't picked a new driver since I'm sorry, I meant Kyle Petty. Richard Petty was Kyle's dad, the king of NASCAR, but since Kyle Petty retired from NASCAR, I really haven't picked a new driver, and I don't watch it really as much as I used to, but I have been to a couple NASCAR races at the Richmond track 2 times, and I will say that NASCAR is much better, or it's better to watch it live in person, much rather than watching it on TV, because, I don't know, I get to like the feel the energy of the cars thundering by, and I'm trying to keep track of who's in the lead, and I'm out there thinking, stay low, don't let him pass you down low. But yeah, I do like NASCAR. Okay, so next question comes from Deadpool Tacos, who's asked, will I ever do a face review? And a couple things on that. One, I do not wish to show my face. 2, I don't have a webcam, nor I can afford one, or know how to use one, actually. So, but I can provide this little cartoon I've drawn of me. Yep, that's just normal for me. But anyways, see, next question comes from Connor, or if I'm pronouncing it right, who's asked, do I like Avatar: The Last Airbender? Because in my Happy Birthday 1218 and 614 video, I used the words yip yip as part of the magic words. And that my original YouTube name was Waterbender01. And, well, obviously, yes. I mean, Avatar The Last Airbender is one of my favorite cartoons. And it was probably Nickelodeon's best cartoon they ever made. And plus, I also had this paint job on the crew, too. And yeah, Avatar The Last Airbender, that's like one of my favorite cartoons, and I'm a big fan of that show. And also regards to the birthday run, the Sparkle 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 reference, yeah. The Sparkle 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 was a double reference to also Thomas in the Magic Railroad movie, and it was also a reference to Doug Walker, or aka the Nostalgia Critics, review of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. So, well, there was another question that I think it was placed on one of my other trains videos that can't remember who asked, but someone asked if I could bring back any extinct steam locomotive, what will it be? And I really had to think about that one. So, but then I thought the obvious answer is all of them. I bring back all of the steam locomotives and scrap the diesels. See, there was another question. Apologize. Try to remember everyone who asked what, but there was another question. What kind of content do I or would I like to see K&L Trains make in the future? And well, honestly, the sky's the limit, cause K&L Trains can pretty much make anything. They pretty much can make any steam locomotive that I've seen so far. And, you know, whichever locomotive that K&L Trains works on, it's just going to be incredible and most realistic, because K&L Trains goes to that far detail as making every one of each of these locomotives as real as possible. But I guess one thing I would like to see done in the future, of them making the Norfolk and Western's Y6A and Y6Bs to complete the big three NNW, like the 2156. Final question from NPT 765, who asked, what kind of computer do I use to record my videos, and how much did it cost? Let's see. Well, I bought my computer, it was like back in December of 2013. That's when I bought the computer. And the computer was about $530. Then a few months afterwards, I bought a GeForce GTX 7 series graphics card. The graphics card was about $200, and it's also what comes with GeForce Experience of what I use to record my videos. And of course I had to buy the power supplier to run it. That was about another $30. And then I bought a battery backup supplier to keep the computer running in case of sudden power outages or severe weather. So I guess overall cost me about $900 to almost $1,000 just with my current setup. And I guess I'm getting to the other point I was mentioning earlier, that I do want to try to continue to progress and try to upgrade the want to upgrade the quality and production rate on my videos. But the sad thing is that these videos I'm making aren't helping to pay the bills around the house. And I mean, right now on my Patreon page, I'm trying to reach a new goal of earning $80 a month. That would, you know, keep the internet bill paid each month, guaranteeing my access to upload these videos. And right now, with my only main source of income is just cutting grass, I'm roughly just making like $8,000 a year. And that's not much to make a living. But the other goal I want to try to reach on my Patreon page is earning $400 a month. That would help out a lot to pay the bills around the house, and at that rate I'll be making more money, you know, making these videos than I would be cutting grass. And I've been trying to find a decent job too that will have a good steady pay, or significant. I mean, just the money needed to get by. And I do also want to try to get the upgrades I want to get from my computer, which would include a new, faster CPU that has more cores in it, CPU cooler for that new CPU, more RAM, what else? A new motherboard to combine it all, a solid state drive to try to help really speed up the I guess the rendering process on my videos, because right now, if everything goes well, each of these videos, if everything goes well, it takes 3 to 4 hours. That's per video. So, solid state drive, the graphics card I wanted to get, a really powerful 10 series GeForce GTX. So that way I can like run and record this game at its maximum quality. And a new power supplier to power it all. A new battery backup supplier to keep the power going in case of sudden outages. A new medium-sized case to make sure everything fits in. And I think that's what's all on my estimate on my parts list. And right now I'm currently looking between $2,500 and $2,800 just for those upgrades. And right now I'm trying to save up for more important stuff before I can even think about getting those upgrades. Like I need to try to get a new transmission for my truck, because that transmission has over 300,000 miles on it. And as far as we know it's still the original transmission from the factory. It came out 25 years ago, so can't really complain, but it's kind of a bad time because that means I can't pull the trailers to take the lawnmowers where I need to get them to. So, as far as the new transmission, I'm looking at least $1,500 for that. And I also need to try to save up $240 for this coming November so I can pretty much do the pay for the next renting service that I got for my video editor. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro as my video editor, and I gotta say, it is worth it because Adobe Premiere Pro is superior than what YouTube's video editor ever was. I mean, I can do so much more stuff with Adobe Premiere Pro that it just kicks that video editor out. And I do recommend, if you are looking for a good video editing program, I would highly recommend getting the Adobe Premiere Pro. So now I was going to bring back the topic about the Eagle River Railway 280. Right now, if I'm lucky, I'll hopefully may be able to get that 280 within a week or maybe 2 weeks. Depends on how much money I'm going to have left over. Alright, I don't know if I'll be able to also buy the Eagle River route to go with the steam locomotive, so I may have to record that locomotive on one of the other routes I have, the C&O or the Coal Country or the remake of the Tidewater. Just have to see how much money I got for us purchasing more content for my trains game. But if you'd like to help support the channel, help keep these videos rolling, please take a visit to my Patreon page. Any donation, big or small, I mean, even if it's just $1 a month, I'd be very grateful of your generous donation. And I mean, shoot, if it wasn't for that generous donation of a new external hard drive I got, I would still be out of production. I'd still be without any hopes of making more trains videos, so I'm still very grateful. But like I said, any donation, big or small, be very grateful. And also, I'm thinking about getting a TeamSpeak server for just as far as for people to come hang out or talk or play games with me. And if those who donate on my Patreon page will get a special Patreon rank where they can create their own room or channel. But if it's something that y'all be interested, let me know in comments down below if you'd be interested in a TeamSpeak server. Give me a few ideas of see if it's something I can maybe do in the future or not. But thank you all people so much for watching my videos, and thank you people all for the support. And there's gonna be another new video coming out this coming Friday, so keep posted on the my timetable on my Patreon page to see what videos are coming. So thank y'all so much for watching the video, and I will talk to y'all again in the next one.